Okay, let's get into some more little records, the 7-inch ones. And these are the H's and the J's and the K's and the L's and the M's. And yeah, starts with the H's, ends with the M's. Okay, the very first one is Hail Mary, Forever on the Fence. And this is kind of a doom heavy metal type situation. Got this at a show at Kelly's Bar in fabulous Hamtramck. And the record is the same color as the front. So it's like a doom heavy metal type thing. Excuse me. This is called Healthcare. And I got this with another record that I ordered. And this thing isn't very good. But I kept it because it's purple. Anyway. Okay. And I've gotten some new records in the mail. But the records that I've gotten are from Bandcamp. And it's because I saw flyers for advertisements for that band coming to Detroit. So I bought the record just in case they didn't bring any. Sometimes bands don't. Anyway, any records for sale at the show. And that way I can get the records autographed. So once I get them autographed, I'll show them. Oh, here's another thing I got. Hold on. This has to do with the Dead Kennedys' Frankenchrist release. And this is a poster that I bought for $10 from a guy, and I guess this was, I think I remember seeing this in a record store. So these were sent to the record store to advertise the new Dead Kennedys record, Frankenchrist. Okay. This next little 7-inch record is a tribute to the Ramones with the Dehumanizers, the Invasives, and Two Sick Monkeys, and the Hanson Brothers. And I bought it because of the Hanson Brothers. And the songs on here are Rockaway Beach, Teenage Lobotomy, It's a Long Way Back, We're a Happy Family. Excuse me, still a little sick. And this thing's really good. And I bought this thing at a record store in Portland, Oregon, now that I think of it. And it doesn't come with anything. It's almost like a bootleg. But it's not. But anyway, if you see this, it's worth picking up. Okay. This is a record by the guitar player from the Dwarves, He Who Cannot Be Named. The cover of this record is better than the record. The songs on this aren't the greatest, but the cover's pretty great, and I think the vinyl's colored or something. Yeah, and the vinyl looks like this. Anyway, so yeah, I was kind of disappointed with the songs on it. But that's the way it goes sometimes when you're buying records from a merch table at a show. Okay, here's a little 7-inch by Hino. And the name of this song is A Little Bar in Mexico. This is a funny little Hino record. Okay, here's a record that I got in the mail along with another record I ordered. Sometimes when you order records, you get they just throw in a second record, just like something they want to get rid of. This was one of those. This one is called His Hero Is Gone, and it's not that good. Okay, here is Something to Do, a tribute to Husker Du. And the bands on here are Unfun, Tenement, Crowbait, and Bent Out of Shame, Dauntless Elite, Your Pest Band, and this one's okay. It's not bad. Just a bunch of bands doing Husker Du songs. And here's a Tom Waits, the Jesus and Mary Chain, Husker Du, and Trouble Funk record. And on this, it's got Husker Du singing Ticket to Ride. And that's why I bought it. Okay, here's a bootleg of Husker Du singing Could You Be the One, and She's a Woman. And this is live on the Joan Rivers Show, 1987. And this sounds like somebody held a tape recorder up to the television and recorded this. It doesn't sound that good. But it does have Joan Rivers talking on it. Okay, here is a masterpiece of a record by Husker Du, 8 Miles High. Couldn't imagine being without this. And this one's okay. This Makes No Sense at All, Love's All Around by Husker Du. It's okay. Not as good as the last one I showed you. Okay, this is I think a double no, it's just a single record, but these are a bunch of like thrash noise bands from Mexico. It's Isolation as a Cult and Alternating Sips, and this one's pretty crazy sounding if you're into that thrashy noisy stuff. Okay, this is Jerry's Kids. And this one is called Second Pressing. Anyway, this one's pretty good. It's a very early Jerry's Kids 7-inch. Here's a little record by J.J. Jones called Wild Hog Boogie. It's not any good, but since my last name is Jones, I thought I'd pick it up. I think it was a nickel. Okay, this one is another one of those where the cover is better than the record. This is John Cougar Concentration Camp. It's the Armageddon Party 7-inch. And it's okay. Don't pay a lot of money for it if you see it in a record store. This one is Jello Biafra and Mojo Nixon, Will the Fetus Be Aborted? And this one is definitely worth buying. Great album cover. Both songs are really good. Okay, here is Jello Biafra singing Jezebel and Speed Demon. And I think these are cover songs. This one also is really good. Okay, here is Salt in the Wound. And this is a 7-inch single for the protest vote with Carpet Bombers for Peace, with Jello Biafra as the cowboy president from hell. And this one is okay. It's not that great. It's got Conflict on it. But it's not a must-have. This kind of is a must-have. This is Jello Biafra spoken word, Pledge of Allegiance, and Die for Oil Sucker. And this thing pulls out into a big poster. And you just get a lot for your money with this thing. Okay, this is the Where Are They Now file with Jello Biafra singing with Chumba, Gray Matter, No Means No, and L7. And this thing is really good. Especially the Gray Matter song and the L7 stuff. And I don't know what... This also is like a book inside. And the vinyl is... Yeah, it's yellow. And it's kind of fun going through these records because it makes me try to remember where I bought this. I either bought it in Los Angeles or Las Vegas. Okay, here's one that I got in the mail. This is the Melvins, a tribute to Roxy music. And this is Jello Biafra singing In Every Dream House a Heartache. This thing is strange and definitely worth buying. Jello Biafra does a really good version of that Roxy music song. Okay, this is like a little package thing. This is John Waters' Make Trouble, and this is the little hardcover book. And it's a book of a speech he made to a university. And then here's a 7-inch, and this is a recording of the speech he made at the university. So this is a recording of this book. So they kind of go together. And both are really worth buying. Okay, here's on to the K's. This is, excuse me, I got a cold. This is a Record Store Day record, and this is the theme. Here, let's unfold this thing. That's what the record looks like. Here's the little jacket, and this is the theme to the movie King Kong, the 1933 one, which on Saturday after work I'm going to drive to, I don't know, maybe it's the State Theater in downtown Detroit, and I'm going to see a showing that they're having of the original King Kong with an organ playing, and they're going to have posters for sale. So hopefully I can get there early enough to get one of those posters. I'll have to ask if I can leave work a little early. But anyway, this is the Record Store Day version of King Kong, the theme music. Okay, this one is The Lude. It's a band from San Francisco and Washington State. And this is Rough House, mobile home and dressed in black. And this thing is out of sight. It's a really good record. Okay, here's Link Ray and the Ray Men singing Scatter, or not singing, playing Scatter, and Run Chicken Run. This one also is really good, if you're into Link Ray. Okay, this is Love and Rockets, Ball of Confusion. This record is good if you speed it up. If you play it at the normal speed, it's kind of a letdown. Okay, this is a band from Mexico called Los Monjo. And they're just a thrash, punk rock, early GBH sounding thing. If you see it, it's worth a couple of dollars. It's a fun listen. Okay, here is a little 5-inch record by the Locust from San Diego, California. I got this at a Locust Toys That Kill show at the Huntridge Theater in Las Vegas, Nevada a long time ago. And this little 5-inch comes with this. It's like a little chick tract book. And it comes with this. Tells you all about the band and the song. And here's the little record. And it's a split, believe it or not, with a band called Jenny Piccolo. So Jenny Piccolo is on this side, the Locust are on this side. See if that'll fit. It's kind of a tight fit in this thing. Dang, it doesn't want to go in. I don't want to break the record. All right. There, so this is The Plague Soundscapes by the wonderful Locust. Okay, here's a band, not sure where they're from, maybe New York, called Lacras, and they're a thrash punk rock type deal, and I bought this from the band when they played in Detroit. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. It comes with a patch, a little poster. Here's the record. Anyway, this thing is really good. You might be able to get one on the Bandcamp page if you're into thrash punk rock. Okay, this is me first in the Gimme Gimmes doing Willie Nelson songs. This record is one of the square ones, and it's pretty good. Okay, this is me first Gimme Gimmes singing Kenny Rogers stuff. And this record looks like that. And this one's okay. Okay, this is Mouth Sewn Shut. And I think the band on the flip side is Instant Asshole. And this is some more thrashy punk. I think I bought this when I saw this band with the Casualties many years ago. But this is a pretty good record. And this is another record I bought at the merch table from Mouth Sewn Shut. And the flip side is a band called Doomsday Hour. Both bands are pretty good on this release. I thought I had more Me First and the Gimme Gimmes records. In fact, I know I do. They must be over there somewhere. Okay, this one is a compilation. And the reason why I bought it is because it has the Makers on it. And the Makers were a Cramps type band from Spokane, Washington. And this is a little comic book along with three other bands. The Lord High Fixers, the Drags, Impala, and the Makers. If you see this, it's really worth your time. It's hard to describe these things. It just depends on how much the record store or the guy on Discogs wants for it. That one, that's worth like $10 because it does come with a comic book. Okay, this is a Makers record called Crazy Girl, and I bought this at a Makers show in Las Vegas, Nevada a long time ago. Had the guy autograph it, and he gave it a really messy autograph. Okay, this is a record that Mona Blea got me, the Men's Recovery Project. It's a picture disc. This is noisy, crazy, I guess you'd call it punk rock. It's really noisy and kind of, I'm not sure, grind. Yeah, it sounds like noise grind. Okay, this is another Men's Recovery Project that Mona Blea got me. And both of these are really good, if you're into that kind of thing. What's this record look like? Oh, looks like that. Okay, these are not originals. They're repressings, but they're rare just the same. This record is very good. Let's take this whole thing apart. Let's spend some time on this one. This 7-inch is a repressing of the Maggots, and this is the Tammy Wynette 7-inch. And on the flip side is a song written about Sid Vicious dying. This thing came out, it doesn't say, but it came out, I think in 1980, and I think they were from Berkeley. I don't even know if this band ever even played live, but the Let's Get Tammy Wynette song is just a masterpiece. You gotta hear it. Comes with a little advertisement, comes with a little book telling about the band members and San Francisco and stuff like that. So if you see this in your record store, it's worth the $20 bill that the guy's going to want for it. An original copy of this would probably be impossible to find. And plus this copy probably sounds better. Okay, here's another copy of the same record. And this one, it's got the same book and everything. But this one is 14 out of 200. And same songs on it. Tammy Wynette and the 2279, which is the day that Sid Vicious died. This is what the record looks like. And this one also would be really, really hard to find for a price that isn't insulting. I bought it on a pre-order actually before it even came out. Anyway, the Maggots singing Let's Get Tammy Wynette is a must-have. Okay, here is a compilation of Citizen Fish, Millions of Dead Cops, Embrace the Kill, Mouth Sewn Shut. This is called the Solid EP, and this one's okay. Nothing outstanding on it, but it's still good. Okay, here is The Stains, Born to Die, and John Wayne Was a Nazi. This is a repressing. This is not an original. I wish it was, but it's not. Oh, and everything on this is the best ever. Okay, this is Millions of Dead Cops, Chicken Squawk. And it's the Millions of Dead Children, 7-inch. And I think this is an original copy. It looks beat up enough to be one. It's got a book inside, the whole trip. This one's pretty good. Not as good as the one I showed you before, though. Okay, this is Millions of Dead Cops. And this one's okay. Definitely worth buying if you see it in the record store. You'd probably see it at Dr. Strange Records in Rancho Cucamonga, which I've never been to that record store, but maybe sometime before I die, I'll make it to Dr. Strange Records. I can imagine all the great stuff he's got in that store. Okay, this is Millions of Dead Cops, and this is Thanks for Giving Me What I Didn't Want, and this one is the best. Definitely pick this up if you see it, I don't know, wherever you shop for records. Okay, this one is MDC, Millions of Delusional Citizens, and this is a split with the Antidotes. And this one's okay. Don't pay more than $5 for it, though. It ain't that good. And here's a little record that somebody gave me when I worked in the casinos in Laughlin. It doesn't have the cover, but it's Millions of Dead Cops, Multi-Death Corporations, Radioactive Chocolate. And they heard I was into punk rock, and so she brought this in. And it's in okay condition. Definitely worth getting for free. Oh, and it's also really good. Okay, here's another compilation, 7-inch, called The Human EP. It's got Millions of Dead Cops, Phobia, The Restarts, Embrace the Kill, and it is just the best ever. Hopefully you'll run into it and be able to pick it up. Okay, here is Millions of Dead Cops. And on the flip side is a band called Riot Cop. And this one's pretty good. I got this at a show. And it's not bad. It was worth what I paid for it. Okay, this is the Melvins, Smash the State. 7-inch. It's got Stalin's Solution, Communist Concubine, Useful Idiot on Amphetamine Reptile Records, and this one's pretty good. My friend Tony Collins in Bullhead City, Arizona got me this. And he also got me this next one. This is the Melvins. I'll have to take this apart. Here's a little flyer from when the Melvins played at Tremors on Maryland Parkway in Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't know what year it was, but it was Monday, April 8th. Okay. This is very Alice Cooper. This is what the inside looks like. The front. It's got 2 records in it. It doesn't have any Alice Cooper songs on it. See if we can get it to fold over without giving me trouble. Anyway, it's definitely worth picking up. And that's it. The Melvins Alice Cooper 7-inch. Okay, here's another Melvins thing. It's one record, came in a box. Let's see how you get this thing open. I bought this from CRG Studios in Gasquet, California. And this thing is mighty rare. See if I can open this up without tearing the paper too much. I've only opened it, I think, one other time, and that was to record it. Anyway, it comes in this paper thing. And this is 48 out of 50, dated 10/5/2012. It's autographed by the artist who did the art for the picture disc. And this is a split with Hammerhead and the Melvins. And there's where she autographed it. And I went to not Balcony Lights. I went to Powell's Books in Portland, Oregon, to have this artist autograph a Melvins Jello Biafra record that she did the art to. And she told me about this, and she says if I send her a $20 bill, she'll mail it to me, and she did. That was kind of funny. I had her, and she wrote a little Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs book. Let me see if that's here. No, it's... Oh, here it is. Yeah, it is handy. Here we go. This is the book that she was selling at the signing. And so I thought, you know, if I was going to bother her to autograph records and stuff, I might as well buy the book that she was selling. And this is it. And she did the art for this book. And that's what it looks like. And where's her autograph on this thing? There you go. To Martin from Camille Rose Garcia. There you go. And that's how I obtained that record. And I got this great little children's book with the crazy artwork. Okay, let's put this back carefully. Something tells me if this gets ruined, I won't be able to get another one. And there's the little Melvins record, safe in its little box. Okay, this one is Minor Threat, live at Buff Hall. This is a bootleg on Lost and Found Records. And it's okay. As far, you know, the songs are great, but the recording could be a little better. Okay, this is Minor Threat Salad Days. I'm sure everybody's familiar with this thing, and it's okay. Okay, this is Melt Banana, and on the flip side is Dynamite Anna and the Bone Machine. The Dynamite Anna side isn't very good. The Melt Banana side doesn't sound like Melt Banana. It's kind of weird. And it's looks just like this. So excuse me, I need a drink. Probably have a virus from working in the hospital. It seems like ever since I started at that hospital in Detroit, I've been sick. I don't know. Anyway, be careful of this. Just, it's worth a couple of bucks. It really doesn't sound like Melt Banana. I'm kind of questioning it. Okay, here's another Melt Banana on one side, Napalm Death on the other. There's the Napalm Death side, Melt Banana side. Both sides are out of sight. Okay, here's the last record. And where are all those Me First and the Gimme Gimmes records? I got a ton of them. They're probably, I tried to alphabetize them, but there's so many 7-inches that, and I play them all the time, that I must have put them somewhere else. We'll run into them. Anyway, this is Melt Banana 666. It's got 3 songs on it, and it's really good. And this is not a 5-inch record. It's not a 7-inch. I think it's a 6-inch record. Anyway, so that's it for the M's, except for the Me First and Gimme Gimmes, and I'll probably run into more M's. Anyway, I'm going. Bernie Sanders is going to be in Detroit tomorrow at the same place where Kiss Alive was recorded. So I'm going to go down there and see Bernie Sanders tomorrow night. And the one thing I'm not looking forward to is I'm sure that they'll have speakers before he comes out. And I really won't be interested in them so much. And in between the speakers, I know that they're probably not going to be playing wild, fun music. They're probably going to be playing stuff that is irritating to somebody like me. So I'm definitely going to have to bring my earplugs. But anyway, Bernie Sanders tomorrow night, and then King Kong on Saturday night. See you later.